Bro, you wanna go get something to eat? Oh, no lah, it's okay lah. You go ahead. I got something to eat already. Boya bukan leftover from last month ya kah? No good to waste food, you know bro. I know lah, don't waste food, but bukannya ada nutrients or anything good inside there already. No need lah, say like things like that. Yeah, funny enough, I just put inside the chiller. Freezer was a bit too full, so doesn't taste as good as the first time, but still edible. You want some? Oh, no thank you. I do not want to get food poisoning later. Don't have lah to be so negative about it. You simok lah. You know, it looks good, smells good and tastes good. That's good enough for me. Okay, whatever you say, man. Lama habis.
Filled with illness and disease, Arif is on a quest for informed health. Presenting My Health, My Choice. One host, 27 experts. All about health issues in Sarawak.
How am I supposed to know all this?
How dare you say like that to an older lady?
You simok lah. You okay? Hey. Lama habis. Malaysia is a top tourist destination for many reasons, and one of it is because of our climate.
We have a tropical climate that makes it possible to enjoy many things in life. But when our hot and humid weather combines with raw ingredients, it can lead to the incidence of food poisoning.
In Sarawak, food poisoning is becoming a serious issue. There's been an upward trend on this illness from 2015 to 2019. And according to our Department of Statistics, food poisoning cases peaked in 2020 in comparison to other food and waterborne diseases. Fortunately, there are sensible ways for us to be food safe.
And it begins with how we shop. When we shop, it's a good idea to plan ahead. Make a list of items you'd like to buy to avoid overbuying, which also leads to wastage. Next, bring along a cooler box or bag. Use it to hold chilled or frozen foods.
From your list, shop for dry items first and leave the frozen and chilled food last. Don't be like me. I go to the frozen section first to look for ice cream. And also, to ensure the quality of our food, we could always look at the labels on your product.
Here are some of them. The Mesti logo indicates that food products have come from sources that have undergone our Food Safety Assurance Program. It also means that a product adheres to our food hygiene regulations issued in 2009. The GMP logo indicates good manufacturing practices, and the HACCP logo indicates food has gone through the Hazard Analysis Critical Control Point (HACCP) system.
You could also watch out for the labels, which indicates the authenticity, organicity, and food defense certification of your food products.
When choosing eggs, pick those that are not damaged. The same goes for packaged products. Always check your expiry dates and look out for tears, breaks, or signs of infestation. In canned foods, remember to check for dents or bloating.
When shopping for meat, poultry, or seafood, watch out for bad smells. Make sure you pick items that are firm and have a spring to them. Spring, spring, spring.
For fish especially, ones like these are fresh. Avoid fish with sunken or cloudy eyes, and also avoid discolored skin or cracked scales. Another sign to watch out for are dark gills.
Okay, kami mau noto. Keep your fresh meat, poultry, and seafood chilled. Now that we're done purchasing our items, let's see how we can be food safe at home. My health, my choice. Your health, your choice. My health, my choice. Your health, your choice. Upon reaching home, put away your groceries immediately. And also, prioritize your frozen and chilled food.
Our refrigerators should have a temperature between 0 to 8 degrees Celsius for fruits, vegetables, dairy products, and cooked food. Meanwhile, raw meat, poultry, and seafood should be frozen at temperatures between minus 18 degrees and 0 degrees. In all areas of your fridge, remember to place your items neatly. Layer your food items carefully. Raw ingredients should be wrapped and placed beneath other ingredients to prevent raw juices from dripping.
And avoid overpacking to maintain even circulation. Wash your hands thoroughly before moving on to your dry items.
Keep them in airtight bags or containers and store them in a cool, dry place that is away from direct sunlight.
Why does light matter, you wonder? Well, by storing our food away from light, we can slow down the process of oxidation of fats and oil. At the same time, we could prolong the shelf life and also preserve the flavor and aroma for much longer.
Food stored in the right way will give us more peace of mind when it comes to eating fresh and healthy. Arif speaks to an expert about how to be food safe when we cook and consume food. Meet Mr. Muhammad Jeffrey Crossley, the Deputy Director of Sarawak Health Department's Food Quality Division.
What is your advice to people if they want to produce food in a safe manner?
Actually, we can apply WHO guideline, WHO, World Health Organization for safer food lah. So first is you must make sure that your environment is clean, your utensils, your hand.
Right.
Okay. So there's no point after you have everything clean, and then maybe some area ada contamination, ada bacteria. So you introduce kuman daripada tempat kotor pergi tempat bersih. Second, you make sure that to avoid cross contamination, to make sure that chopping board kita berbeza kah, ataupun pisau kita kah berbeza daripada makanan mentah dengan makanan masak, ataupun makanan berdaging dengan makanan bersayur.
Alright, speaking of that, sometimes we use utensils like knives, chopping boards. So what's the best way then so that it doesn't cross-contaminate?
For vegetable, for fruits, for meat and meat product, you know, if you need to cut this, you know, you need to start with vegetable. Because you start with vegetable and fruits. After that, you need to wash your utensils, your knife, and then you proceed to your meat, okay, or chicken or fish. You know, the other way is maybe you can use different chopping board.
Okay.
So in that way, they make sure that they don't cross contaminate between these two.
Is there a general knowledge on soft chopping board?
We advise to use the plastic chopping board lah, so it's easy to clean lah. Also sometimes you need to sanitize kan.
Why not wooden chopping board?
Wooden chopping board ni, after a while you cannot be sure that when you clean you remove all the bacteria dalamnya punya gaps. So just to make sure lah. So if you still want to use wooden chopping board ni, you need to maybe brush ka, guna sanitizer ka, good soap lah, to make sure. The third one is you cook with enough temperature, to make sure that you cook with enough time to really make sure that your food is really cooked.
The best way to cook food properly?
Okay, we Malaysian, we like our food to be fully cooked. I can say most is macam lauk-lauk, all that you need like at least 30 minutes of cooking kan. If you compare to macam Western, they like their meat to be medium raw macam tu. Here we don't have problem. So as long as you cook for 20-30 minutes, I'm sure you have a fully cooked food over there.
Just make sure nasi sampai hitam lah. What is your advice when people are ordering steak? You know, some people like it well done, some people like it medium rare. What's your advice?
So my advice is actually, first you must make sure that you go to the good restaurant. You cannot go to any restaurant and order a medium well or medium raw steak, you know, because you must make sure that the raw material is safe. Maybe we can be assured that only the good restaurant have their facility to keep the meat fresh, to have good chiller room ka.
Bila rasa kurang yakin, then we just ask for well done, is it, to be safe?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
The fourth one is to make sure that if the food is meant to be served hot, you must serve it hot. If the food is meant to be served cold, then you must make sure it's served cold lah. And also, if you need to keep it, you keep it whether in hot or cold, not in between, you know. So number 5, make sure that your raw material is fresh and you use clean water.
How do we wash fruit and veggies properly?
So we worry about pesticide residue, okay? The best way is to just use running water. Now, you also heard that people use some kind of detergent to wash vegetable, right? For me, I don't advise them to use this because, you know, for me, using tap water, running tap water is more suitable, okay? Because you see, we never test effectiveness of this detergent. So back to the classic way of cleaning, you know, use the running water.
Right. Berapa lama should we be advisable to put running water?
5-10 minutes is good enough.
5-10 minutes,
so just to remove the maybe the dirt ka, soil ka kalau ada. But of course you cannot be sure you remove the pesticide residue, but then at least 5 minutes you can maybe reduce to the acceptable level lah.
In Sarawak, we have a very unique selection of food. One of it being umai. But sometimes I do question myself, how safe is umai? Because umai is raw fish. Sarawak's very own sashimi, right? What's your thoughts on this?
So actually, umai is safe to eat as long as you make sure that your source of raw material, the fish itself, is fresh lah. If you want to make your own umai, you cannot simply buy fish from market kan? Especially macam sudah lambat lah, lewat petang kah, so the fish is not really fresh anymore kan, then you cannot simply use that fish lah untuk buat umai. It's not safe lah. Umai is actually produce limau to bring down dia punya acid tu kan, so this one actually naturally they preserve umai tu, so it's safe, you know. Dia macam cook gunakan acid from the limau.
Bila the umai has been served with all the raw material, the limau and everything else, how long should it be out and consumed as soon as possible?
And we must make sure actually not just umai, any food. We must make sure that you take the food 2 hours after preparation is the best way. If you need to serve it on the table, it need to be consumed in less than 4 hours. That is the best practice. Of course, in real situations, sometimes they just keep more than 4 hours, right? The food still can be eaten. Okay, but then there's a risk in that food. So we are talking about risk-free food, right?
Right. Okay.
Having learned about the proper preparation of food, ever wondered what's the right way to consume food and how to deal with the leftovers?
We've talked about fruit preparation, avoid cross-contamination, make sure your food is clean, at the right temperature, even like using limo to reduce bacteria in our food, right? But bila makanan ni dah siap nak and we serve, at which point bacteria yang datang balik and sampai bila it's too dangerous for us to consume?
The thing is that makanan kita naturally memang ada bakteria. So when we masaknya bukan 100% matilah. Ada lagi yang itu. So unless kita pergi kilang lah, membuat makanan dalam tin, then kita make sure 100% bakteria mati. But di rumah ni apabila kita masak bukan 100%, ada lagi bakteria. So if you leave beberapa jam, bakteria dia akan membahagi hidup balik. One thing about bacteria, one become two become 4 in 20 minutes. You imagine dalam 6 hours berapa that compounded kan. So kalau you make sure makanan tu memang cook properly kan, maybe lebih lama boleh ditinggal atas meja lah. Okay, especially makanan berebus lama kan. So kalau makanan yang you macam masak si lama, so maybe you siapa simpan lama gila atas meja lah.
So bila masanya yang macam we really have to dispose the food, we cannot even consume the food because of bacteria or other things.
Okay, kita siapa dia bakteria. So the best is kita trust kita punya deria. Kementerian Kesihatan ada introduce campaign dia panggil lihat, hidu, rasa. So you see, you lihat that product memang nampak okey, tiada lendir apa semua kan. Hidu and you smell, tak ada bau masam apa semua. Once they do okay, last kali rasa. You jangan rasa dulu then you hidu. That one is last. Lihat, hidu, rasa. So that one you can use lah to macam roughly evaluate you punya produk lah, makanannya.
I will usually use the first two, what I see, what I smell. Tapi mudah dua yang lepas, I terus makan dia lah.
Kalau makanannya masih baru, okay, you boleh je guna dua, lihat dengan hidu kan, okay kan, you see rasa pun, because finally memang you akan rasa pun. So kalau you rasa ada off, of course you see proceed lah. When it come to food lah, you punya evaluation, you must trust your instinct. You jangan paksa you sendiri, macam this must be maybe okay lah, maybe okay. Trust your instinct, yangnya si okay.
Because of our climate and a bit warm lah.
Yeah.
So on this note, what is your advice for leftovers?
Leftover yang you beli daripada luar, you cannot be sure yang makan di luar ya adalah dah safe, you know. And then you bring back lagi ada time-nya. You dalam kereta maybe 1 hour, and then you lagi ambil masa untuk makan. All in all lah, daripada preparation sampai you makan maybe 6 to 8 hours dah. And then still you want to keep lagi leftover dalamnya. Boleh you keep, but kalau you nak keep boleh terus masuk dalam peti sejuk in small portion lah. And then bila you nak makan nanti you reheat balik, still okay lah.
Did you know that refrigeration can lead to the loss of nutrients in foods? At the same time, it can be harmful to eat cooked food that has been refrigerated for more than 4 days.
There are some unlucky ones who fall sick, food poisoning and all that. What would be the symptoms of food poisoning?
Food poisoning symptomnya ada banyak, depend dengan kumannya lah. Okay. Firstly kita kena tahu, this kuman ada yang keluarkan racun, ada kan bila masuk dalam perut kita banyak kan menyebabkan kita food poisoning. So kalau kita makan makanan, contohnya ayam, nya dah banyak kuman dalamnya, nya tidak ada racun, kita makan kuman yang banyak masuk dalam perut kita. Dalam perut makin banyak lagi dan keluarkan racun. Dewan menyebabkan food poisoning. Tapi ada jenis kuman, bakteria yang dah keluarkan racun, you bawa balik, you panaskan dalam microwave, maybe kumannya mati, bakteria yang mati, tapi racunnya masih ada. Simptomnya, kalau you makan makanannya, within 20 minutes you muntah. But kalau just kuman yang banyak, dalam maybe 2 sampai 4 hours you kena diarrhea atau pening balak ke, muntah ke. So that one can sometimes happen sampai 2-3 days. Sometimes kalau orang dah berumur ataupun kanak-kanak, dia punya simptom lagi worse lah. Kalau ada food poisoning case dalam family kita, of course kita kena make sure kita pergi klinik lah, because it can also cause fatal. Dan kita boleh sakit juga sebab food poisoning ni actually dia boleh jangkit tau. Bilanya kena diarrhea apa semua, tangannya contaminate lah dengan maybe dengan fesesnya kan. Dia boleh contaminate makanan, meja, pintu, salam kita kah. That's why kita cuba elakkanlah daripada mengambil makanan yang ada berisiko, you know.
My health, my choice. Your health, your choice. My health, my choice. Your health, your choice. Okay, so talking about food poisoning, let's say, for example, one consumer pergi to this one restaurant, and then after that coming back from the restaurant, sakit perut, have to go doctor, diarrhea, muntah and everything. How do we complain?
There are 2 ways. You akan complain dengan restoran dulu lah, okay? Dalam masa yang sama, you akan pergi klinik, okay? If that happen, ada 2 orang complain untuk satu tempat yang sama, which actually is compulsory untuk that doctor yang treat that patient kena laporkan kepada pejabat kesihatan that ada kes keracunan makanan. Kalau you sendiri melapor, you boleh directly call lah, just to make sure that your laporan tu sampai. Then di bahagian unit keselamatan kualiti makanan di pejabat kesihatan bahagian, they will take action immediately. Dia akan send their first team to make sure that case memang berlaku. They will control the area to make sure kalau betul ada risk memang dah berlaku, they will close the premise tu, and they will take further action, investigation, including taking sample through interview yang terkena keracunan makanan. All the food handlers, dia akan take this action lah dengan follow our punya SOP lah. We take it very serious. So as a pelanggan, kalau you nampak, you just call pejabat kesihatan bahagian and beritahu you kena keracunan kah, you kena di mana you makan lah. Call restoran to beritahu so that they will stop their product, so that they stop selling their product to their food to other customer.
Any last words, Mr. Jeffrey?
I hope that food safety is not the responsibility of Food Authority, like bahagian keselamatan kualiti makanan, but actually is a responsibility from all level of people, you know. Makanan selamat, tanggungjawab bersama. So all people responsible, consumer, industry, manufacturer, hawkers, semualah, because after all kita semua makan.
Yes.
You know, just want to make sure that our makanan is safe, so we contribute.
Yes.
Yes.
Sarah, hopefully going in the right direction.
Yeah. Yeah.
Today we've covered tips and tricks about food safety. Seems like a lot, but don't worry, we can easily remember by this simple acronym, MASAK, masak. Easy, right?
M. Masak dengan sempurna. Cook your food evenly until it is ready for consumption. A. Asingkan peralatan. Separate your utensils and chopping surfaces for different ingredients to avoid cross-contamination. S. Simpan dengan betul. Always put away your ingredients and food at the right temperature. A. Air dan bahan mentah yang bersih. Always use clean water and pick your foods carefully when you shop. Be a wise consumer. K. Kebersihan diri. Make sure you remember your personal hygiene before you handle food.
In our homes, we are responsible for our own food safety. But if we get food from other places and end up with food safety complaints, we can notify the eatery itself and make a report to our health department. At the same time, reports can also be submitted online at jknsarawak.moh.gov.my. When we masak responsibly, we protect not just ourselves, but also others around us. Let's avoid food poisoning and really enjoy our food. Remember, my health, my choice, your health, your choice.